Saw the squirrel digging a hole and burying its nut. Cut it down some. I saw the squirrel digging a hole and burying a nut. And I'm just meanwhile in traffic, and traffic is wall to wall, car to car. But I literally looked out my peripheral vision and I saw it, and it just happened. And I just went to writing like crazy because God had been speaking to me on that, right? I wonder why squirrels plant nuts. I mean, why they bury nuts. We know, literally we know. But God had spoke to me in that moment. And then he said, blooming where you are planted. And when he said blooming where you're planted, I was like, okay. So this is what was said to me. And I just have to give you guys this really quick, right? It says, the same dirt that buries the dead is the same exact dirt that flowers bloom from, that trees grow from. And then he asked a question. He says, are you a coffin or are you a seed? So I was like, that's deep. And he's just saying this. He says, are you going to lay down and be left for dead, or are you going to rise up from the dead and show them that you are a plant, that you are a seed, that it is time to get in your harvest? And as I began to look in mid-traffic, looking at this squirrel literally just burying this nut, and to me, when I saw it, I'm like, well, how does the squirrel know the nut will even be there when it comes back for it? And how does the squirrel even know exactly where it planted it? And God says, that's because I know exactly where I planted you. And I know where I left you. And I know where to come back and get you. Because I left you there for a reason. I planted you there for a reason. And it's time to bloom exactly where I planted you. Now you can lay down and be dead, because sometimes your enemies think that they left you there. They think that the same dirt that they laid you in, that they buried you. And they send ashes to ashes, dust to dust. But God says, no, no, no. It was all divinely orchestrated by me. And God says, I planted you there. I allowed them to plant you there because they thought they were burying you. But baby, you were my seed and I planted you there. I orchestrated it there. I strategically planted you right where you are. Now, are you going to lay there and let the enemies bury you? Or are you going to rise up and say, you buried me, but I still live. You buried me, but I'm not dead. I am surely alive, and I will start blossoming from the bottom up. I am coming from the bottom up. I made friends with my darkness. I made friends with my enemies. And now I'm getting ready to rise from the bottom. You thought you left me for dead, but I was just planted. I was just planted. And God was just speaking to me. And then he said, remember in the Bible, and Darian, when the enemy is caught stealing from you, it has to repay you double. When the enemy gets caught stealing from you, they have to pay you back double. And God is saying, you're about to get a double anointing. You're about to get double favor. You're about to get double the blessings, because I have caught the very thief that came into the house to steal, kill, and destroy. But I came to give you life, and not just any kind of life that you may live more abundantly. I caught the thief. Here they are. Here's the enemy. Here's the one that broke your heart. Here's the one that denied you for the promotion. Here's the one that stole your money. Here's the one that talked about you like a dog. Here's the one that took your peace. Here's the one that took your joy. Here they are. And God says they have to now pay you double for what they did to you. So don't be surprised when you start getting unexpected deposits, because God said they have to pay you double for what they did to you. They don't even know what they're doing. All they're going to know is money's going to be in their hands and it's going to be falling out. And they're going to have to just come give it to you. People are just going to start paying you what they owe you, because the thief has been caught. Not only has the thief been caught, it has been named. It has a name, and it has to pay you double for your trouble. Let me keep going. And I know it's crazy because it just came from a squirrel, but baby, listen, God can use anything. It says, as a squirrel bears his seeds and his nuts in the same ground, he has the expectation that, and the expectation is what that which he has buried would be there, be there when he goes looking for it. It says your enemy is just like that squirrel. They buried you, they covered you up, completely covered you, they left you in the dirt. And when I think about they completely covered you up, they completely lied on you. They completely betrayed you. They completely put shame on you, hurt you, left you, abused you, abandoned you. They completely did all of this stuff. And not only did they just do that, they went recruiting people to hurt you, recruiting people to be on their side, because the person that's always after you has to have a team to rally around to make them look like they're so innocent and make them look like they're so holier than thou. Whenever you see someone that betrayed you, they got a team of little, I like to say, cackling hens. They got a team of little cackling hens behind them, egging them up, and they know the truth, but they want to portray to the public that they're the ones that's in the right and you're in the wrong. They want to publicly sabotage your name because they can't do it by themselves. It's a team affair. So this team is going to have to pay you back, not just them. God is saying, I'm working my way down. Don't think that what they did is unnoticed. Every last one of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the enemies at the door, they go all have to pay. They're all going to have to pay you back double. Not just one, but every last one of them that orchestrated up against you. Every last one that laughed, every text thread, every email, every message, every phone call. Every last one is going to have to pay you back. Listen. So before I got on live, I had my phone in my hand and I was just trying to get all the stuff, and I had my Bible and my notes, and my phone just started playing, God, you do the impossible. And I'm just looking, the YouTube app isn't open, the TikTok app isn't open, the Facebook app isn't open. My phone just starts playing, God, you do the impossible. And I'm looking at my phone and my phone looking at me, and I'm like, what? And God is saying, I am about to do the impossible. I am about to do the impossible. What was once impossible for you, I am about to make possible. God is saying, don't worry about it. You cried, it watered your harvest. Well, every tear that you cried has watered your harvest. I am about to do the impossible for you. The very things that has been restricted in your future, in your past, is about to highlight your future. You are about to have the impossible become I am possible with God. Listen. God says they think they buried you. They think that you're dead. Do you know how many people are rejoicing because you're in your quiet time right now? You've been betrayed, so you don't know who to trust. And you like, I trust me, so I'm only going to tell me my own secrets. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to make me a message. I'm going to tell myself, me, myself, and I. You have alienated yourself from everybody. You're on isolation island. And they think that because you're quiet right now, they don't know your business right now, that they won. They think that you're dead. They think that they won. They're winning a battle. Well, they think they're pre-celebrating a battle. They can, oh, I got them. Oh, I got them. And God says, let them celebrate. Let them celebrate. Let them feel like they won. Because I'm about to 1, 2, 3 pound they behind. I'm about to let them see what you've been doing while you've been in the secret place being quiet, while they've been running their mouth. God says, let them run their mouth. Let them talk about you. Let them say you fell off. Let them say you ain't got it like that no more. Let them say all of the above, because I want you to get in your Sunday's best. I want you to get dressed up from head to toe. On New Year's Day, I want you to get dressed head to toe, because I'm about to reveal you to the world. And because they left you for dead, because they abandoned you, because they were thieves, they're about to watch you rise. And they're going to have to pay you. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I saw a white rose, and then I saw a butterfly eating from the white rose. When you think about white roses, you think about, well, I think about anyway, I think about death. When I see white roses, I just think about death. And the monarch butterfly is the one that eats on the dead stuff, right? And I saw it and I said, they thinking that you're that white rose, like you're dead, and they got little butterflies coming around you like it's just dead. And God said, nah. My kids only played. They played possum. They had to go in the healing room real quick. They had to come in the healing room real quick. My kids had to go get healed real quick. And now they done healed up and they done grew up, and my kids are about to glow up. Your glow up is right here. This is your glow up season. You're not taking any more losses. You're not taking any more betrayals. If they left, let them leave. If they left you, let them leave. If they say, oh, you can't do better than me, you're right. I can do me. You can go on to the next person. Because I love me. And as long as I love me, you don't matter. As long as I love me, you don't matter. Your love is secondary. My love is first. Come on, let's get this message. It's saying you're going to rise up again. In fact, you are going to, when you blossom, you will produce fruits. Not just any fruit, but fruit for all to see. Everyone will want to eat from your tree. You are about to rise up again. You are not buried. You are, in fact, planted for greatness. Now it's time to rise up, to bloom, and to shine. Listen. A lot of people in your life are going to leave you. Some will stay for a lifetime and some will leave. Just like trees, the leaves wither, they fade, they fall off. Branches come, they fall. Tornadoes come, hurricanes come. Some get uprooted and some just lose pieces. And it's okay. But that tree is going to be firmly planted by God. And God knows exactly where each of his trees are when it's time to get them. And God knows exactly where you are. And when it's time to get you, he will move heaven and earth to come get you. The enemy thought that they left you for dead. They thought that the same ground that they buried you in a coffin, they thought that it was going to be your burial ground. And God says, no, leave my child right there. Don't dig my child up because they go think they won. Don't dig my child up. Let them lay there right there. My child is getting everything it needs to get in the dark because my child has made friends with his enemies in the dark. It battled those demons in the dark. It wrestled its flesh and blood. It died to his flesh. And my child is ready to live again. It is time for you to live again. It is time for you to rise up again. The big bad enemy ain't so big and bad because it's going to have to come pay you. God says, I caught the thief. I caught it. And I'm about to give you double for your trouble. And as they were saying ashes for ashes, dust to dust, they were sprinkling it over with the fake tears. They are good at acting because people who betrayed you, just like Judas, they're really good at pretending. They pretended as if they were your friend. They pretended as if you were just a bestie for life. They were at the funeral. They were at the wake. They had the shirts on. Rest in peace. I love my dog. Man, I miss my dog. Man, I remember them good days. They did all of the above. Cut it down. They did all of the above. They played the part. They played the part. And God says, I'm about to reveal you right in front of them because you played your part too. They played the part as if they were helping you look for the enemy when they were the enemy the whole time. And God says, good, I need you to act like you don't know. I need you not to confront them because I'm about to do something insane. Like I said, my phone with the plan, God, you do the impossible. And God says, I am about to do the impossible because they have been pre-celebrating you. All while they've been consoling you, saying, girl, I don't know why somebody would post that about you. I don't know how that got out. I don't know how that got out. Girl, when we find them, and God said, don't say nothing. Hush. Because we have found them. And in fact, they're about to pay you double. And in fact, you are about to eat in the very presence of your enemies. Don't worry about it. Sometimes you got to play the fool to a fool. Sometimes you got to play the fool to be the fool right with them. Sometimes you got to help them look for it too, like you don't know. And God says, in due time, I'm about to reveal you. In due time, I'm about to reveal you. You don't let your left hand know what your right hand do. You don't let your left hand know what your right hand do. If they think they know, let them think they know. Don't you reveal you too soon. Sit back and let God do what he do best. Because God said, get dressed. Get dressed. Get your hair done. Get your little nails done. Whatever. Get your little haircut. Get your little line up. Get everything you need to get. Because you were about to pop out on the scene like you never left. You were about to pop out on the scene like you've never left. It is going to be something. They're going to be like, is that you? Because you're going to have this different glow about you. You're going to have this different look about you. You're going to have this different walk, the way you talk, the way you move. They're going to be like, is that? Yeah, I. The same person you left for dead. The same person you buried. The same person you talked about. The same person you lied on. The same person you cheated on. The same person you said I couldn't do without you. Look at me. I'm doing good without you, baby. Look at me. Yeah.